Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopasantaye Yasyat Viradavakradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Pato Vatsat Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Geeta Mrutam Mahate Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. With Bhagavan's grace, we came up to Slokam number 4. Buddhihi Jnanam Sammohaha Kshama Satyam Damaha Shamaha Sukham Dukham Bhavaha Abhavaha Bhayam Cha Abhayam Eva Cha. Continuing on, Slokam number 5, Slokam 4 and 5. Let me quickly give an overview of that and then we'll go to Slokam number 5. Intellect, wisdom, clarity, patience, control of the senses, control of the mind, pleasure, misery, birth, death, fear, absence of fear, non-violence, balanced mindset, contentment, penance, charity, fame, infamy, such myriad things that beings experience come only from me. Buddhir jnanam sammohaha, buddhir jnanam asammohaha, buddhir jnanam sammohaha, kshama satyam dhamas samaha, sukham dukkham bhavo bhavo bhayam cha bhayameva cha. Ahimsa samata tushtihi tapo danam yaso yashaha bhavanti bhava bhutanam mattayeva pratak vidaha. Ahimsa samata tushtis tapo danam yaso yashaha bhavanti bhava bhutanam mattayeva pratak vidaha. Padangal are ahimsa, samata, tushtihi, tapaha, danam, yashaha, ayashaha, bhavanti bhavaha bhutanam mattayeva pratak vidaha. Ahimsa, non-violence, as we say in English, but we have to think about it a little bit. What is non-violence? That means even with our thought or word or our body, we should not hurt or harm anything. That is ahimsa. Samatha is equal-mindedness, the mindset that is very balanced. Okay? And Tushtihi means contentment. And santushti is contentment in the company of the Lord, just not satisfaction. It is contentment. It is different from satisfaction. Okay? And contentment can come only when we have prasada buddhi. Whatever happens, that is Bhagavan's gift. It happens blessing. It happens for my benefit. And that mindset, when we become more and more established in that approach of taking everything as Bhagavan's prasadam, then tushtihi will automatically result. Tapaha is penance. As we have seen earlier, it is not standing with one leg and with the hands up and all that. Tapaha simply means purification of the mind, the various agitations and the impulses that the mind has to be purified. That penance. Dhanam is charity. Charity does not mean one gives, okay, and the other takes. Charity has to be done with tremendous sense of humility, tremendous sense of in Taittiriya Upanishad it says Shraddhaya Deyam, Asraddhaya Adeyam, okay? Bhiya Deyam, Hriya Deyam, Sriya Deyam, Samvida Deyam. Those are the characteristics mentioned in Taittiriya Upanishad. It must be any dhanam we give, even charity is not the right word, because that's English word that doesn't describe it properly. And dhanam, when we share what we have been blessed with others, right? And that is really dhanam, whether it is vidya dhanam or it could be any other thing, annadhanam, whatever it is, right? And that has to be done with shraddhai. You know what shraddhai, you have an idea what that is. And then it says it should not be done with asraddhai. You cannot just throw away and then go. No, it doesn't work. It should not asraddhaya adeyam. You should not give like that. Then bhiyadeyam. You must always do that with fear. Fear means not as English says, not in English sense of fear, but in terms of is this act tinged with ego? You must always be afraid in that sense. Be sensitive to that. The best way to do that is we do that with offering to the Lord. Then there's no problem. Then Sriya Deyam with humility. Samvida Deyam for the benefit of everybody, both the giver and the receiver. Okay, Dhanam. Yashaha is fame, reputation. What type of reputation? Yashaha is different from somebody is in a position of power, somebody has got lots of money. That is not the reputation we are talking of. No. It is a reputation like Ramana Maharishi, the fame of Ramana Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, or Paramacharya, people like that who we can think of, right? Or Meera, or Tulasidas, even now, or Tyagaraja, like that when we think of. What is the difference? That Yashaha come from tapas, from the penance, and the mind is purified and purified and purified. Automatically, a fame comes as a result of that. That is Yashaha, that is fame, reputation. Ayashaha, infamy. In this world, we also become famous, and tomorrow we become infamous, right? That infamy. Bhutanam bhavaha. Bhutanam, all the beings. Bhavaha, all the experiences they go through. If you look at Slokam number 4 and 5, Buddhi, Jnanam, Asammoha, Chama, Satyam, Damaha, Chamaha, Sukam, Dukkam, Bhavaha, Bhayam, Abhayam, Ahimsa, Samata, Tushtihi, Tapaha, Dhanam, Yashaha, Ayashaha. All these various experiences, Pratak Vidaha, like that different experience, different things, manifold things, assortment of things that takes place. Bhutanam, the beings, Bhavaha, they experience, Matta Eva Bhavanti, they all come only from me. Buddhir Jnanamas Sammoha, Kshama Satyam Damas Samaha, Sukam Dukam Bhavo Bhavo, Bhayam Cha Bhayameva Cha, Ahimsa Samata Tushtihi, Tapodanam Yasho Yashaha, Bhavanti Bhava Bhutanam, Matta Eva Pratak Vidhaha. Slokam number 6. Even the ancestors of all these people in the world, beginning with the very first Saptarishis, the Chatvaris and the Manus, all are born from my mind and have my divine nature. Bhagavan now goes to the origin of progeny. Maharshya Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavas Tatha Madbhava Manasa Jata Yesham Loka Imaha Prajaha. Maharshya Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavas Tatha Madbhava Manasa Jata Yesham Loka Imaha Prajaha. Padangal are Maharshya Sapta Purve Chatvarihi Chatvara Chatvaro Chatvaraha Manavaha Tatha Madbhavaha Manasa Jata Yesham Loka Imaha Prajaha. Loka Imaha. Loka Ima Prajaha. In this world, Imaha Lokaha or Lokaha Imaha Prajaha. In the world, these various prajas, all the things that have taken birth, everything that has taken birth, Okay. Yesham, from whom they came, all the beings, from whom did they come? That. Yesham, from whom they came, that. Purve sapta maharshyah. Purve, right in the beginning, right before, from whom all the beings came. That means our lineage, our genealogy, if you take at it. Like we all say Gotram, right? And we got those rishis. But where did this, for those rishis, even before them, who was there? Sapta Maharshyah, the Sapta Rishis. Chatvaraha, the 4 rishis, the 4, not rishis, they are 4, they call them Chatvarihi. And they are the Mansika Putra Brahma. We'll talk about that in a minute. Chatvaraha. Tatha, in the same way, Manavaha, various Manus, they're all Madbhavaha. They're all made after, with my divine potency, with my divinity. Manasa Jataha. They took birth, they came about, they manifested themselves from my mind. Very important. That's the only desire the Lord had for creation. Then all these things got created. And as we saw earlier, mind is nothing but a bundle of desires. Bhagavan, with one desire, created the whole thing. So, Manasaha Jataha came from my mind. And therefore, they have Madbhavaha, they have my divinity. Now, let us look at what are these Sapta Rishis are, right? Purve Sapta Rishayaha. It talks about right in the beginning who the Sapta Rishis are. Now we talk of in the beginning of time, as we saw earlier, every day of Brahma is called a Kalpam, right? Svetavaraha Kalpe is the Kalpam that we are in today, that you would have heard that phrase. When you go to the temple and do your Archana, do Sankalpam, you would have heard that way. Svetavaraha Kalpam is today's, this current Kalpam is called. And there is a reason why it's called that. So Kalpam is Brahma's day. Now, what about Sapta Rishis? They mean primary 7 primary Rishis. Now, during Brahma's day, which is Kalpam, 4.32 billion human years, there are 14 Manus, each looking after the creation for approximately 310 million years. This ruling period of a Manu is called Manvantaram. Vaivasvata Manvantare. You would have heard that also. Okay? So it's called Manvantaram. The Saptarishis are different for each Manvantaram. Okay? The first set of Saptarishis mentioned here, Purve Saptarishayaha. Those Saptarishis are the primary sages in the beginning of time. They are Marichi, Angiras, Atri, Pulastya, Pulahar, Kratu, Vasishthar. In the current Manvantaram, the Svetavara, the Vaivasvata Manvantaram, the Saptarishis are Atri, Vasishtha, Viswamitra, Jamadagni, Bharadvaja, Gautama, and Kasyapa. So these are the Saptarishis. They are all with divine potencies, and they are the originator, beginning of our lineage. We all have come from them. They are all Madbhavaha, Manasa Jataha, he says. Now next Bhagavan talks about Chatvaraha. Chatvari means in Sanskritam means 4. Okay, Chatvari means 4. Dve means 2. Ekam means 1. Okay, 3 means 3. So Pancham means 5, like that. Chatvari is 4. Well, who are the Chatvaraha? Who are the 4? Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara. They are 4 born from Brahma's mind. The Saptarishis show the way of the Pravriti path, which means the way of the world outside us. Where do we see Bhagavan outside us? That's what Saptarishis guide us. That's what all the Vedams talk about. Now, the Chatvaris, they also contributed. They show us the way of the Nivritti Margam, which is the internal journey. Okay. Now, the next one that this talks is Manavaha. Manavaha is different. Manavaha means Manus, we said. Who is a Manu? We just saw that there are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma. In the current Brahma's day, which is called the Svetavaraha Kalpam, the Manus are, I'll send this to you, but I'm just narrating this to you so you can hear this. Or Swayambhuva Manu was the very first one in current day of Brahma. Then he ruled for about 310 million human years. Then came Swarosishta, then Uttama, then Dhamasa, then Raivata, then Chakshusha, then Vaivasvata. That is Vaivasata. Okay, that is he's the Manu that we are in. After that, there is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more Manus are there. So we are right in the center of that 14. Okay, and so all these people, all these are Madbhavaha, Manasa Jataha. They are all with my divine potency and they were born from my mind, is what Bhagavan says in Slokam number 6. So, going to Slokam number 7, he who truly understands the divine effulgence and its unifying nature in these manifestations, which is what Vibhuti is. Vibhuti is nothing but Deva Tanmai in everything we see, everything we feel, everything we hear, right? Everything that our senses perceive and our mind also thinks, and our buddhi thinks, everything around us that we are conscious of, even including the consciousness, that everything, there is a divine effulgence in that. That effulgence, divine effulgence, is called Vibhuti. Okay, Deva Tanmai. Now, remember that. So, he who truly understands the divine effulgence and its unifying nature in these manifestations experiences unity in diversity and becomes established in that. There is no doubt about this. The moment I'm able to spot divine effulgence in one thing, then it is easy to spot it in other things. Then you become firmly established in that feeling of unity in diversity. Yetam vibhutim yogam cha mamayo veti tattvataha so vikampena yogena yujyate natra samsayaha. Yetam vibhutim yogam cha mamayo veti tattvataha so vikampena yogena yujyate natra samsayaha. Padangal are Yetam vibhutim yaha, yetam vibhutim yogam cha mama yaha veti tattvataha saha avikampena yogena yujyate na atra samsayaha. Yaha who mama my yetam vibhutim, all these vibhutis, the effulgence in the manifestations, the effulgence in the various appearances as well as the non-appearances. But first we focus on the appearance first. Like, why did I say non-appearance? If you say Om properly, then you will see that it kind of merges into silence. And silence is a non-appearance, right? And so you can experience the effulgence of the Lord as you say Om and as it merges into silence. Like same way when you listen to music also. When they do Mridagam, Taniyavartanam and all that, if you focus on the silence between the various sounds, it will take you to a different level of experience. So the Bhagavan is Etam Vibhutim Yo Yaha Mama Etam Vibhutim Yogan Cha. See, Vibhuti is the effulgence in the manifested. Yogam is the unity, the embracing the indweller we talk about, becoming one with it. So all these things appear different, but there is an underlying current of divine effulgence, and the divine effulgence is the one that's uniting everything. That experience is yogam. Okay? Tattvataha, as it is in truth, in Satyam. Okay? Tattvataha, Veti knows. Yaha mama etam vibhutim yogam cha tattvataha veti. He knows it as it is. Not reading books, not from anything else, not somebody telling him, not even his guru telling him, but by personal experience. He knows. Not understand, but knows. Saha, he, Avikampena, firmly established, unshakably. Yogena, with the union with the Lord, unshakably, firmly, with that sama darshanam, being able to see unity in diversity. Avikampena yogena. Yujyate, he becomes that. Okay? Atra, in this, na samsayaha, no doubt. Let there be no doubt on this. Yetam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tatvataha so vikampena yogena yujyate natra samsayaha. Slokam number 8. I am the origin for all. Everything is born from me only and is sustained by me only. Knowing this, the wise worship me as present in all. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattaha sarvam pravartate. Sarvasya prabhavaha mattaha sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante mam buddhaha bhava samanvitaha. Aham, na, I. Sarvasya, for all. Prabhavaha is the place of birth. Prabhavaha, they all are born in me. Mattaha, from me. Sarvam, everything, all. Pravartate, they not only they coming out of me, coming from me, they not pravartate, they also move about, they also function. Okay? Then iti, thus, matva, knowing, buddhaha, the wise, the people with wisdom, they know this. Remember, wisdom is a discriminating ability. People who know that everything comes from Bhagavan and everything functions also from Bhagavan. They say there's a saying, not even a blade of grass can move or a leaf can fall or the distant star can shine without Rama's will. And so like that, says pravartate, matva, buddhaha matva, bhava samanvitaha. Bhava, experience, samam means one, samanvitaha, the oneness. They see me everywhere, experience me, the oneness everywhere. Then, doing that, what do? Mam bhajante, they worship me. They do bhajans to me. Bhajan means not just singing, clapping our hands. Mentally being devoted to the Lord is called bhajan. Okay? Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhaha bhava samanvitaha. Slokam number 9. Always establishing themselves mentally in me and holding on to me as a life refuge, they share my glories and stories among themselves. Reveling in that, they are contented and peaceful. The definition of a bhakta comes. Okay? Mat chitta mat gata pranaha bodhayantaha parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Mat chitta mat gata pranaha bodhayantaha parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Padangal are mat chittaha mat gata pranaha bodhayantaha parasparam katayantaha cha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Mat chittaha, with their mind firmly established in me. Mat gata pranaha, mat gata, coming to me as a goal, as a pathway, pranaha. And pranam is our life force. All their life force, all the breathing that they do, everything is geared towards madgataha, with me as a goal and always coming toward me, basically embracing me. Parasparam, they are all, just imagine if you are blessed with a group of people who are all like this, what will we do? Parasparam, with each other, what will we share? Mam, only me. Bodhayantaha, they talk only about us. only about me. They to and fro. They talk about Krishna's Leelas. If you do Bhagavatam, for example, this is what he did. So they are so happy. Bodhayantaha, Nityam, always, Kadayantaha cha, all describing my stories, my glories, all the Leelas that various avatarams have taken place. They describe that. And in that process, what happened? Tushyanti, they become contented. Mind stops agitating. Not only does it become contented, Ramanti cha, they become blissful. This is what happens when you listen to Bhagavatam. Okay, with like-minded people, with devotees, it is a phenomenal experience. Exactly what happens. Bodhayantaha, Tushyantaha, Ramantaha. All these things take place. People are so blissful and happy. They're contented. No worries. Everything is so happy and peaceful. That's what Bhagavan says. Mat chitta madgata pranaha bodhayantah parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Slokam number 10. They are firmly established, these people that Bhagavan is talking about, are firmly established in spiritual discipline and worship me with devotion. I give them the Buddhi Yoga, with which they attain me. And Buddhi Yoga, if you recall from Sankhya Yogam, the second Adhyayam, it is a strengthened practice of seeking and directing the mind to the indweller with clarity. Direct the mind to the indweller. Seek him firmly and seek him with clarity. That persistent practice, that tendency, the practice to do that, the tendency to do that, the aptitude to do that, the inclination to do that, they're all part of Buddhi Yoga. So Bhagavan says, I give him Buddhi Yoga, with which they attain me. That's all. Simple, he says. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Padangal are Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Satata yuktanam, we saw that earlier. Satata means always, everywhere. Yuktanam means very most skilled. So it means they are with a firmly established in the practice of embracing the indweller and becoming skilled at it. Priti purvakam bhajatam. Priti, with love, with devotion. Purvakam bhajatam. That means originating with love, originating with devotion, that they do bhajan. They think of me in their mind, right? And experience me in their mind. Tesham, for them, yena, by which they, mam, myself, upayanti, reach, with which they reach me, they will reach me, is what Bhagavan says here. Tam, that, buddhi yogam, dadami, I give them that buddhi yogam by which they attain me. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. We will do one more, because after this Arjuna will ask a couple of questions, okay? And not questions, I will actually make one request. Slokam number 11. 11. Gracing them, I establish myself in their heart, illuminate their wisdom, and destroy the darkness of their ignorance. That means the ignorance is removed. The ignorance is removed, wisdom. You shine in the truth that you are, which is what Swami says. Gracing them, I establish myself in their heart, illuminate their wisdom, and destroy the darkness of their ignorance. Tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nasayami atma bhavastah jnanadipena bhasvata. Tesham eva anukampartam aham Ajnanajam Tamaha Nasayami Atmabhavastha Jnanadipena Bhasvata. Padangal we just saw. Tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nasayami atmabhavastha jnanadipena bhasvata. Tesham, to them, anukampartam eva, through my grace. Anukampai is a beautiful, it's even one, is a result of prapatti. Bhagavan, Desigan talks about praying to our Tirupati Perumal, Balaji in Dayasadakam. Anukampa is, so Anukampa Artham, that with that Bhagavan's grace, with only that grace is the only one that can make it happen. Nothing else will make it happen. Anukampartam eva, with my grace, aham, I, Atma Bhavastaha, established inside them, okay, which is that Atma Jyoti that we have. Bhasvata, that effulgence of the Jyoti that is within us. Okay, what is it that is within us that is so effulgent, that Atma Jyoti, that is a Jnana Deepam, that is a lamp of knowledge, lamp of Jnanam, lamp of wisdom. What is that? The entity within me, as in Narayana Suktam it says so beautifully that the Lord, where is He present inside? That entity that Bhagavan we talk about, that effulgence, that flame, that light, Ajnanajam. Ajnanajam means from ignorance, being born from ignorance. What is being born from ignorance? Tamaha, the darkness. What is darkness? It's absence of light. In this case, darkness means that my lack of knowledge or lack of wisdom. That Ajnanajam nasayami, I remove it, I eliminate it. Okay? Tesham evanukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nasayam yatma bhavastaha jnanadipena bhasvata. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.